Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, today we have a very special stream. First, let me turn on the lights behind me. Yes. Okay, so very quickly, special stream today. We're going to take a look at some of the favorite tactics I have for FM24. I mean, we made so many tactics. I stopped counting after a few. And on today's show, we're going to revisit some of my favorite ones. Whether these are the best or not, it's up to you. As far as I'm concerned, I look for entertainment value. Yes, I'm all about the fun, aren't you? I mean, why do we do things? We do things because they should be fun. I should enjoy myself. So if I play the game of Football Manager, I should have fun. I should enjoy myself. So usually the only criteria for most people when they're playing this game, when they want to have fun, is to win. And yes, we win, but I have different kinds of fun, right? In some of these situations, I like to torture myself. So I play a low block and I have fun because I win. In others, we might be playing a different system. So each one of these tactics is going to be different. And I'm going to go through most of these tactics. Now, for the guys on Discord, even in the public folder, you guys have seen some of these tactics. They are in the folders. But today I'm going to order them in such a way that I can actually kind of prepare to bring them across to FM26. On that, we'll discuss that a bit later. But before I jump there, I want to say hi to everyone. Go Fero, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Intanin, my man, how are you? And how's my AI doing? My AI is having a chat conversation with you, man. Ayoska Maximovic, the man with the sexy spicy coffee. How are you doing? Neil, I had a good weekend actually. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend yourselves. A lots of things are going on. I've got to sort out certain things at home. That's going to take me some time. Just so happens that I think I'm going to be extremely busy in November when and if the game comes out, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass for me. Is it? Yeah, it's raining. There's a big weather kind of storm coming around our area right now. Yeah, so it's affecting a few places, and I think if you look at the weather, it's like this cloud is like quite big. The bad front is it's wet. It's been raining the whole day. I mean, it's not that bad. It hasn't been flooding. But Bangkok, I think it's flooding, right? Yeah, so Bangkok is flooding some areas because Bangkok is a low-lying area. Yeah, it's not high. It's quite a low-lying area. So Bangkok tends to see a lot of flooding. Jakarta and Bangkok are the same. When it rains a lot, there's a lot of flooding in those places. I'm next to a river with a crocodile. Yeah, I think me and my neighbors want to give him a name because we see him going by the river. So what? I don't know. My wife, she's like not the sort that wants the kids to go out and play. I'm like, the kids should go out and play. I mean, what happens if they're not gonna end up at the river playing with a crocodile. Crocodile steaks, baby. Crocodile steaks. I don't know. It's a interesting day today. So we're gonna be looking at these tactics. So what are the plans for today? Okay, the plan is first we're gonna isolate these 10 tactics. Okay. Then we're also going to talk about what are the saves I'm going to be bringing across to Football Manager 26. There's no 25. As we know, it's been cancelled. And I know there are people out there who probably feel a bit hard done by the teaser trailer that SI released last week. Now, just to put things in perspective, there are 10 million lines of code in the game Football Manager. I mean, Miles actually said that in a podcast in 2017. So he actually, because I remembered in 2008, there were 8 million lines of code. So between 2008 and 2017, now there are 10 million lines of code. Now, I want to share something with you. When SI go from one code to the next, because that's what they're doing. They're moving from one code to the next. They're going to have to migrate the information that they have as far as the match engine is concerned. We're not going to talk about UI. UI is a redesign, but they're going to be taking elements from somewhere else. What they have to do is like kind of, first they got to import the code. And it's not a case of just, punching a button and importing it, because they got to rewrite the code. Then they got to check the code. Then they got to test the code, right? And then if there are mistakes, they have got to address those mistakes. And then in certain cases, they might even have to refactor the code. So that's 8 million lines of code, guys. To give you a bit of an idea, or 10 million lines of code. To give you some kind of idea, Windows has something like 60 to 100 million lines of code. Then that's the entire operating system. Okay, so that's a lot of code. Now, how long would it take 40 to 50 engineers, we're talking hardcore engineers who are actually working on the coding side of the game? We're not talking about the developers. No. These are dedicated people, dedicated to bringing the code out. Because I've done this before. I mean, I did it not for gaming tech, more like for business solutions, right? So I used to do this for a living, and it'll take you 10 million lines of code, 40 to 50 engineers with tooling. That means they have some software tools to help them. Conservatively speaking, take them about an hour to do about 10 lines of code. One person will take about 10 hours. It'll take them, conservatively speaking, 4 years, 4.5. Realistically speaking, as a project director myself, I would bank in 5 years straight away. I'll tell them I can't do anything in less than 5 years. And you have to give me 40 to 50 dedicated engineers for the task. And that's just to bring the code across. That's it. And that's just the match engine. Can you imagine they have to do this? Not once, but and the thing is, they have to start this 5 years ago. But this is the thing about Football Manager. The match engine is an iteration. That means they build on the code every single year. So basically, what they've written for 2024 may have been like imagine laying foundations for a house, right? So they built the house and they've added the windows. Okay, they got the roof there, but for FM24, maybe they added another window, right? So now you've got to you can't just take the design from 2024, which had no windows, and bring it across, because now you got FM24, right, with that one window. So the code for that one window also needs to be included. So if you're looking at changes made to the match engine, there were significant changes made in the last few years as far as splicing, as far as the positional play changes are concerned. So those have to be included, and that means they have even less time on their hands. So when people got upset that we're not going to get a brand new match engine, I was like, dude, seriously? You want a brand new match engine? They can't do that from the ground up. They'll have to use the existing code, which no one else has except for them. You can't go out there and say, give me a match engine code for a human simulation of Football Manager. Boom. Everyone's going to like, dear, seriously, that's a lot of work. So they have to keep the match engine code, right? And I'm okay with FM24. I don't think the FM24 match engine code needs to be, I mean, we need to improve certain things, of course, but they have to start from somewhere. So that comes in. What about graphics? Graphics are great, man. It's brighter. It looks nicer. We've got 3 suns on Planet Football Manager. I'm sure they'll fix that, because we want to be playing on Planet Earth, not Planet Football Manager, right? So that's what I think. And I think that this will be fine. So if people are, I think the vitriol and the dislike and the unhappiness and all that, it's like, guys, you haven't even seen the game yet. All you saw was a promo of a couple of goals, and based on that, you can tell me what FM26 is going to be like. Man, Nostradamus will be damn proud of you, boy, because you can look at cryptic stuff and come up with some bizarre prediction about the future. Maybe not Nostradamus, because nobody really, I think it was all luck, right? Okay, I don't know. You should go and, I don't know, man. It's just, it's always, the thing is, I think people should just take a chill pill, relax, give them a chance, right? I mean, I'm not it's because seriously, guys, it's not People say there's not enough competition. There is a reason why there isn't enough competition. Nobody else has the function to do it accurately. And nobody wants to go out into that space and battle with Sports Interactive because they know the amount of work that needs to go into a simulation like Football Manager. So I'm fine if it's the FM24 match engine. I like it. I mean, yeah, there's some issues with back fives. You know, we can tweak that. I'm sure SI will get to that eventually. I don't have a problem with training because training was always dummy proof. So if you think you've got some secret magical source of training, congratulations, because it is dummy proof. An idiot. You don't have to do anything. That's the reason why we have a console version of the game. Where you go to the console version of the game, you don't have to do much training, right? It's just S-man. So there is no issue with training. Okay, for me, personally speaking, I do want to see international management because women's football without international management is like having steak without the cheese, man. So maybe, I don't know about your fish without the chips. So we need women's football in the game. What about shouts? God, give me my shouts, guys. I want my shouts. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So without too much ado, let's get to my 10 tactics, right? Okay. So we got these 10 tactics. We're gonna play. Okay. What we're gonna do now is because we have to see these tactics in play, right? So I'm gonna play these tactics. But we are playing it with the Destiny save. Now, if you guys remember, Destiny was me with normal players versus a world of 2020 players. So, that should be fun. I'm going to be playing Destiny again anyway. Yeah, I miss Destiny. Destiny was... We'll have to go through the Google Sheet again one more time. First, I'm going to have to find a Google Sheet. Okay, so without too much ado... let's get cracking. So I've got this little thing here. Okay, I'm gonna be entering all this in while we do this. I'm gonna add all these while we are looking at these tactics, right? So the first tactic we've got. Okay, first up, I created a folder. I think you guys should have it on Discord. Dropbox, FM24. Discord, and also for you guys who are there we go, best of FM24. The tactics are already there. There's more than 10. Of course, it's got tag and FMF, so it doubles up. Okay, and then just to make sure that the public folder also has it. There it's also there, best of FM24. So we'll start with all these tactics. So we got a few. So the first, we're not going to see Joey go smash. You guys have seen Joey go smash many times. So we're going to go with the other tactics first. So let's start with the list of favorite tactics. Okay, so first up, who remembers this tactic? Let's go with Highlander. Okay, Highlander was a 5-2-2-1 tactic that we made, right, on the stream. I made this tactic, was a 5-2-2-1. We got a poacher, shadow striker, AP, and attack. There's basically 3 guys going forth into on the transition because it's a mid block. So if you can see this, right, I've got mid blocks, I've got low blocks, I've got high blocks. Because all these systems are viable in Football Manager. So we're not going to talk about metas. Metas are actually players, not tactics, as much as I'm not. Like, you can win with any tactical system. It's up to you. There's always going to be a challenge with different tactical systems. So we got AP here. It's got close down more. Shadow striker. We roam from position. Why? I don't know. Okay. Don't ask me, man. This was made in, all those days. We made so many. Wingback is run wide with ball. There's another wingback is cutting inside with the ball. Interesting. We got a... So I know what this wingback is doing, no? This wingback is basically causing chaos. Because this guy is going to be roaming, so it's going to be hard to pick out. So he's coming in on this side of the pitch. Okay, then we got Volante. This is the... Oh, remember my super Volante? Joey cannot smash 3-4-3. Yeah. Yeah, Joey smash won't work with 3-4-3. The whole idea behind Joey smash was it becomes a 3-1-6. Yeah. So this has got the crazy Volante we created, right? And then we got DMD taking more risks. So we got these guys actually taking more risks in the middle.
How are you?
And then we got round wide with ball at the back. We got 3. So this is the first. And remember when we made this 5-2-2-1, I remember what we did. If you guys can still remember, what did I do? I actually, in some games, what I did was I turned both these Volantes. I played them both as Volantes on support. Right, we take more and take fewer risks, and then I turn these 2 guys into liberos. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this system. I remember this system was a lot of fun because it's a mid block. It's not meant to be a high block system. This was, if you want to play with this tactic, it's about defending but hitting back quite quickly. And it's one of those very rare tactics I use quite wide, meaning the ball has to go to the wing backs quite often. But here, look at this whip cross. Why do I use whip cross? Because we are trying to hit the team in transition. So in other words, you need really fast players here, nippy fast players who can get behind defensive lines. So likes to break offside trap, definitely something that you can aim for one of those players. Okay, so we got this match. Remember what we're doing here is we're going to replay the same game over and over again. So we can see how different tactics work against the same opposition, right? We're just picking my favorite 10 tactics. So here we go. Joey Go Smash, we're not going to deal with it right now, okay? Because Joey Go Smash easily is one of my craziest tactics. It's the most fun. It just smashed a lot of teams. But we're going to go for the ones that I haven't been playing with. I mean, this was created very early in FM24. I think we made this during the beta. Yeah. And then it worked through the beta, and then it worked in the after all the patches as well. So you can see, okay. Not bad. So it works, man. Look at that. He won the ball. He won the ball exactly in the middle. That's where we want it. So when you do a mid block, they try to win the ball here. Uh-oh. Oh no, we conceded. Oh my god. No, they're all in the Dropbox folder. So if you're going to look for the tactics, they're all in the Dropbox folder. So it's all in the folder that's linked if you hit Dropbox, I think it should pop up. I'll make the link available later. Should be this one. My God, what happened? What? You now decide that this is not going to work, is it? Got to play a sent off. Okay, got to play a sent off. We got to play differently. All right. We're going to have to play differently. Okay, so this guy becomes roaming. Yeah, we're going to play differently now. Libero defend. Libero support. Libero support. And this guy becomes Libero defend. Yeah, we're playing differently, baby. We have to. I have to bounce back. This is crazy. So this guy's going to come up here and push up. This guy is going to roam, so he's definitely going to be in this area of space. Libero defense will just come up. Once again, 5-2-2-1s. The idea behind a 5-2-2-1 is to make it difficult for the opposition to score a goal, right? So that's the goal. Okay. Week starting off today, very nice. Oh, and FM26, we are definitely returning to Gloucester City. We're doing a whole Gloucester City save. Yes, we are going to do no badges from Gloucester City. And we're going to try we're going to bring the glory back to Gloucester City. In case you're wondering where's Gloucester, Gloucester is just on the border near Wales on the river Severn, I think Severn, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, there we go. He's coming in. Nope. Okay, since we get the two defenders to push up, we are definitely in the box. This thing about this tactic is you have options. If you are willing to, then you go all three liberos at the back. But then you need to kind of like make changes. Yeah, you need to know what you. I won't say you need to know what you're doing. You just have to be. You just have to hope your players don't get sent off. Yeah, our players got sent off, which is like kind of funky. Okay, so we're gonna bring Ty Smith off, and this guy. Oh, Milos is not playing well. But since we got a player sent off, we are the ones looking for the result, and we are playing with we're down a man. Why? Okay, whip crosses. People are gonna ask me, why don't you use an advanced forward? Actually, I've got a shadow striker coming in, right? So it benefit both of them. So it's okay. So this one you gotta. What is this? Bring your tactic. No. I am not. It's not bring your tactic lah. Not review your tactic. This is my tactics. I'm picking the 10 tactics that are my favorites for Football Manager 24. Bring your tactics on Wednesday. Yeah. Because I wanted to do this show for a really long time. Okay, I just can't find any fun save in the game. I don't know what to do. I mean, just you have to find it. The thing about this is, right, it's one of the things that make you what's fun for you. Fun for me is playing against OP AI. This is fun for me, where the AI is has got 20 players, monster attributes, and then I have to like try and beat the AI. So that is fun for me. This bring my own tactic, correct? Bring my own tactic today. Today is only my own tactics. Okay. So that's the first tactic. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be going through these games. We're gonna replaying the same game. I want to see the tactics. So you can't really play this tactic and then go to the next game and the next game and the next game. It's all different formations. We're gonna see the same because we're playing 10 different tactics. No? So first tactic will be the that's why I didn't want to do it in that. So okay, we'll go with the best of the best. Okay, we go with Joey Go Smash. So Joey Go Smash was the first tactic, right? I ever meet. No, this is the craziest tactic I made. So this has got tackle ladder, no roams here, one roaming playmaker, one fullback cutting inside, one fullback cutting inside, one libero going through the middle, one ball playing defender. Played really high up the pitch center with invite crosses, play on a balanced mentality, pass into space. We do play our defense is intentional. Why? Because we want to draw the opposition into attacking us. Now, there are two ways we can do this. You can play some games with really high tempos because then all you want to do is get the ball up the pitch. I do that when my team is weaker, but this role changes to the advance forward immediately. So Joey Go Smash ranks as the craziest of my tactics, right? It is the, it was the most fun. Among all the tactics, this was the one that gave me the most joy. Yeah. Okay, so let's play this game and I'll show you this tactic, right? So we start Joey Go Smash and then we'll work down to the other tactics. Then we have the 4-2-3-1, the 4-1-3-2 mid block, the 4-1-3-2 low block, the 4-4-2 low block, the 4-4. We got the 4-4-2 low block. We got a lot of different tactics. So this is going to be different. The 5-2-2-1 typically, right? If I use that tactic, it's because I don't want teams to, just like the low block tactics that I have, I don't want teams to create goal scoring chances against us. Remember that we are playing in a league where the teams are way better than me. Okay. This is a league where we got super teams everywhere. And I got normal players. Okay, here we go. Okay, the idea behind this tactic was way to set up in a tree, right? But to put so much pressure on teams because we're gonna attack them, it forces these roles back. They have to defend. If they don't defend, I always get a 2v1. Bam. That's 2v1. Okay. Yeah. It's blocking the. I have to remove that because you can see the thing. All right, so here we go. All right, not too bad. We're gonna watch it on key highlights. No, key highlights and you see the goals. It's no fun. I really enjoy this tactic because this tactic, the guys come through the middle with this roaming playmaker and libero coming. The libero forms the 2, then this guy forms the 3. But the problem with this tactic is if you don't have a good roaming playmaker, you are toast. You are gone. And I've used this tactic. I don't use this tactic with lower league teams. It's just too risky. It's way too risky with lower league teams. So again, so my team has to have this good roaming playmaker, and it also needs these guys in front who can win the ball in the air. The poacher has to be able to play as an advanced forward because in some games where the team is better than me, what I normally do is I come in here and I change this guy immediately to an advanced forward. And with that, I'll probably go a bit more direct. Because if you're playing an advanced forward, you typically want the transitions to be faster. So we get a lot of tap-ins with this tactic. But the other thing we need is 4 guys in front to all have aggression. Okay, anytime you play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-1-4-1, right? You gotta have aggression. Is everything good? The family? Well, it's as good as it can be. How's your family doing, man? Godspurs. Kids are downstairs. At this time, they'll be chilling and doing their own thing. Oh, Tenori almost scored again. So we are already 2 goals up. This tactic creates a lot of chances, but it also gives up a lot of chances. So it was my entertain me tactic. And the story behind this tactic was, I remembered it was the 2nd season of Destiny, right? And I got whooped by the AI. And I decided, I was so angry against the AI that I could not win the title, that I decided to create a tactical system which would put so much pressure on the AI when it builds out play. And thus this tactic was born. And it immediately gave the AI issues for building out play. And that's when I decided, okay, if I'm going to put really pacey guys in the final third. So we've got a couple of players. I don't know who Victor Olmo is. Whether he's any good or not, I have no idea. I haven't gone to this team in ages, man. Who's Victor Olmo? He's a kid. He's got low aggression and low bravery, which is not good. So this system, you need aggression and bravery in the final third. Costanzo. He's going to check back. You see the fullback? See, because the wingers go this wide, you want the fullbacks to do this run. You want these fullbacks to do exactly this. Is why we have this sit inside. See that? The winger is gone here. So this is the reason why we have this setup. Okay. So either we have like a 3-2 build up. We have this diamond. And then you'll have a fullback coming this way and another fullback going this way. These are 2 inverted fullbacks. You want 2 inverted fullbacks, not any other role. And this is way better than using the wide centre back. Which is the reason why after I created this tactic, I never went back to the back 3 systems, because I realized I could get a back 3 set up with this kind of a tactic as well. But this is very, very aggressive. So sometimes what I would do in situations like this is I go in there and I go like, okay, inverted fullback defend. And since I got the underlap, I know they won't be too high up the pitch, or they won't be so far forward. I'm putting Neves on. And the position, you need a double play, a player that's equally as good as this position, the roaming playmaker. Because he will eventually need to be replaced. And usually I do that in the 60th minute mark. And right now, I'm just going to show you what happens when we don't take him off. Because if he gets too tired and there's nobody else pressing, you run into trouble. Wow, they are not happy with me, man. They're not happy with me. They keep taking my players out. So we're going to go do this now. It's still a 3-man defense. It's still a crazy 3-man defense. Because a lot of teams in football are actually doing 3-man diamonds defenses, right? This is a bit riskier, of course. You need a 4th ideally. Okay, so not too bad. I mean, it didn't. We had one injury, but let's look at the quality of goals that we scored. Yeah. So normally after every single game, ideally, you go analytical data. We go to Bayer Leverkusen. We look at the XG of the chances, right? For this one is 0.36. That's good, man. Another 0.37. That's 2. Yeah, that's 2. 0.36, so that's fairly good. 0.68. So we had 3 clear-cut chances in this tactic alone, then 2 decent chances. 3. 0.32 as well. That's a lot of good chances in this tactic, man. Yeah. So clear-cut chances, we have 4 from this tactic. This is my minimum 3 clear-cut chances a game tactic. You do give up one good chance to the AI, but it ranks as probably the craziest of the lot. So I will include this. Joey go smash. 4141. I mean, it's a 4141 AM. I have to. So we gotta. So that's the first tactic, right? I mean, excuse me, the same. We got the same. There's a letter as a hotkey in my machine, and it's the same thing for the zoom. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the second tactic. So Destiny live stream. We're also gonna export a Destiny live stream. Just kind of. So if you guys wanna play Destiny, let me know. I'll put a Destiny game inside. Destiny is a bit crazy, lah. Everybody is in it. All of you are in the game, right? Most of you are in the game. Okay, so the first tactic was Joey Go Smash. Okay. So the second tactic, of course, I think is a favorite for a lot of people. Wait, did I include it as a best? Let me check. Best or Gambit? Yeah, that's the one. So this is Gambit. Gambit was also a big favorite. You guys, I think it was the first 4-3-3 that we made, right? This is a tactic with the poacher, winger on attack. It's got focus. Oh, this is the one with the overlap. This is the Gambit new. This is slightly different Gambit. I have had various versions of Gambit. This is the crazy one. This is the one with the roaming playmaker. Box to box, CM on attack, Libero coming. I think what we'll do is tell this Libero to be on defense. Okay. Alright, just make a slight change to this tactic. Okay. Let's see how this tactic does. This is Gambit. This is a Gambit, the crazier version of Gambit. You guys have seen the other Gambits, right? They were in good spirits when I paid them a visit over the weekend. I'm glad all is well with your family too. Yeah, they're good. They're good. The kids are downstairs. They're having their thing. But the older one, the older one is fine. I guess the kids are having. They're gonna have their holidays soon. I gotta think of things I need to do with the kids. All right, here we go. So we got the 4-3-3 where all hell breaks loose. Okay, you can also play this as a DM. Works. In fact, RPM and Libero is probably psychotic. It's probably psychotic. Like immediately they scored the first goal. And there is nothing in this. I didn't do any like marking instructions. So he came in, playing high up the pitch. He's already closing down. He has no options. Yeah. The CM attack closes him down. Bang, he scored the first goal. So this is Gambit. So we got CM attack. It's going to be up here. The box to box is going to be up here. The roaming playmaker. So we get a 5 in attack. With this guy, it becomes almost a 6, right? Then the Libero comes out. He anchors the center of the park as we do build-up phases. So it's actually a 3-1. It goes from 3-2 to 3-1. The idea was I wanted the 3-1-5. All right, so 3-1-6 rather, 3-1-5-1. But the build-up had to be a 3-2. So to get a 3-2, I use a Libero and a roaming playmaker. So for me to go from 3-2 to 3-1-5-1, then I have to use a roaming playmaker. So this Gambit system was essentially all action 4-3-3 system. And it was, I think, the favorite of many of you when I created a tactic the first time. So a lot of you like this tactic. And I think for a few of you, it's still one of your favorite tactical systems. It is one of the first few systems I utilized the inverted fullback Libero combination, citing this as the best backline combination in the whole of Football Manager. To me, this is the best backline system because you can get a 3-1 build out, which means that you actually have an extra play in the midfield area for you to transition the ball out. And it's actually great if you're also using player defense. So for things like you want to draw teams who are sitting back into pressing you, it's a fantastic system. So Gambit was Gambit, yeah. The only downside about playing 4-3-3 systems is the three midfielders, because you're gonna have to go out there and spend money finding three midfielders, because you're gonna have to have at least 5 in your team, and that was the reason why I stopped using the system, because it's great for youth development saves. This is my favorite system to use in a youth development save, because I want my youth to come through the system playing this tactic, because I can go out there and develop them. Develop the youth and then get them to play this system. It was kind of fun. But as you can see now, I'm in that stage now where I'm trying to decide who to bring on, and I have to have the 3 midfielders for this. Lukau. Luka and Makarski is current. Chwaku I'm leaving him on. Okay. So you gotta have like the players for it. If you don't have enough midfielders, you'll struggle. Otherwise, it can be because he defends in 7. So defensively, it's one of the harder systems to break down. Yeah. It's one of the hardest systems to break down. This is like a 3-1-5-1. So you will always build out a 3. You go from 3-2-5 to it goes from 3-2, lose 5 in front, because it's all sitting in a line, right? Then it goes from 3-2-5, maybe 2 wingers and then 1 striker in front. And then once the roaming playmaker joins the attack, it becomes a clean 3-1-5-1. So this is, and it's defensively very rugged. So in terms of one of the top defensive systems, this can be. And if you are familiar with playing with a 4-3-3, you're gonna love it, because you can change roles willy-nilly. You know when to change the roaming playmaker to the DM. So this is another strong system. Load game. Let me pop in I'm like I said before, I'm gonna keep going back to the same, because we otherwise we're not comparing apples to oranges, right? Because you can't play with different teams, right? So you have to play against the same team and then see how the tactic does, and then you can tell this tactic will storm that team, this tactic didn't do so well. Okay, and it also tosses the other Malaki out of the window. Some people say, oh no, I keep losing the same game over and over again. So you can see, right? Joey goes smash. And then the second tactic was the Gambit. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the next tactic, right? So the next tactic I want to showcase, I'm starting with the ones that I enjoyed the most. So naturally, it's going to be Brazil Box. Brazil Box was a tactic this tactic has had many variations. Okay, the idea behind this is pretty simple, but this is a lot more attacking. Okay, the reason is the Brazil Box, normally if you followed how I did it in FM18 and 90, because this has appeared in a lot of Football Manager editions. Usually I sometimes use a complete forward here. The idea is to put one creative player on each side. So sometimes I used to play a complete forward here, and then I have an AP here. Okay, so this time I'm using a poacher and advanced forward. So basically what I have is a left-sided attack, where this wingback is doing a lot of hard running, overlapping, along with this guy overlapping, but there are slight differences, right? So the Volante, again, is one of the crazy Volantes who decides he's going to get up the pitch as quickly as he can. Then we got a poacher hemming back the defenders. We got an advanced forward trying to break the lines. Got a shell striker. So got this 3-way attack trying to move through the middle with the AP, whose job is to just move into the channel. So his job is just to go here, ding, ding, make these kind of movements. And we got a flying wing back. Notice one thing here, we got hole shape as well. So this was a different 4-3-3. A different box. I'm not suggesting this is the best one. I got several box tactics as well. Just so happens that it's a base from which I can build on. Sometimes I'll change the roles. And this will be interesting to see. Whether we need to tweak this, I don't know. Okay, so what have we got in front? We're gonna put Croix here. Okay. Okay, let's go. So we got a flying, we got a volante who just wants to join in the attack. We got a wingback who just wants to attack like crazy. I'm gonna add a focus play if it's not already here. Okay. And the reason why I added a focus play is because if you notice there's a wingback flying down this side, he's on attack, this guy isn't. Yeah, that's the reason why I want more of the action to happen on the left side of the pitch. And he's already got a yellow card. Yeah, let's go. We only have one player side. Hey, he guitar. Okay, it's a thing of mine to get my goalkeeper to do everything. Free kicks, penalties, you name it, did they do it? Okay. Because in most of my tactics, the goalkeepers don't get like all these awards. So we do anything to muck up the awards. Okay, Piper brought the Pito. Pito's a poacher. Look at why the poacher is such a favorite role of mine. He doesn't just stay in the box, right? He links up play. This is one of the reasons why I think the poacher is the most misunderstood role of Football Manager. He's such a beautiful role. He doesn't do anything flashy. He's just there as a team player. So this is a team tactic. So I need a team player. They go, oh, lovely. I love the way he went in. That's the one. High aggression is going to help be your best friend. In any top-heavy tactic, you want high aggression. You do not ever want low aggression, low work rate. Nice ball into the area. Your boy is the first goal. See, this is just putting endless pressure on the team. Of course, it could be offside, but it's given. Bravo. This is why the wing-back is on attack. Okay, the wing-back is going to be working very hard to put a lot of pressure on this team. And if the ball goes to the other side, we got Volante arriving late. We got AP as well. So these two guys can get in on the action if the ball comes in. So Volante is going to be coming in to be a nuisance because he's going to come. Any Frank Lampard kind of player is going to love this tactic. So this is the Brazil box. You'll find the folder. It's called Brazil box. So the Gambit is my second favorite tactic. Joey Go Smash is also a great tactic. I mean, Joey Go Smash was the craziest of the lot. It's the only tactical system I made on Football Manager that creates 3 clear-cut chances per game. Per game. All right, so we got the first goal. And the AI is still looking to actually put us under some pressure. So the Croix to pipe and brought the wing back is off. Focus play will bring others closer. Yep, that's what he does. And then Chuaku comes in. Yeah, he should have just. Anyway, it's on balance, so we're not taking that many risks. Higuita forcing the keeper into a save. Here's a corner. As you know, corners as well, I play, my setup is 9 going up for a corner, or 10 going up for a corner in this case. The goalkeeper is the only one who's in this one half. Noni, bravo again, Chuaku, Pito. That poacher is brilliant. I love the poacher. Who needs another role? You just need a poacher, links up play. Okay, so far, it's our goalkeeper is going up for a lot of these free kicks. Has he scored any goals? Well, he's not like David Seaman, right, in my first season. David Seaman scored I think he scored like 10 or 15 goals for me in that first season. I think 3 of them came from free kicks. And I've been trying to get the same kind of performances from other goalkeepers, but there can only be one Seaman. See, bravo back to Chuaku again, looking to, from outside the area. So guess what? This just tells me one other thing. That wing back, he's going to always be in that position because of the focus play. He's going to end up there. He's going to end up there, right? So it means that if you have a wing back who's got great long shots and technique, if you see a wing back with those kind of attributes, you want to sign him. Okay, so now we're going to take him off and bring Regoli on. He's a different wing back. So And we're putting on, then we take Piper off and bring on, I don't know, Costanzo. I don't know who I'm taking on. I'm just randomly putting players on the pitch, man. Sexy poachers are the best. Poachers are one of easily my favorite role. The one I dislike the most is the Trequartista. I don't like Trequartistas and roundouters. I dislike the most. Dislike two. Here comes Johnny. That's a libero, or rather the defender. I don't know. Do I have a libero in this? I might know. I was. Oh, what a goal! The other wingback scores a goal. This is the wingback. The wingback on the left is such a happy camper, man. The first wingback scored a goal. The second wingback also scored a goal. Oh my god. The roof of the net. Okay, here we go, Regoli. Then we go Jacobs. Regoli looking for another chance. He's taking players. He's got someone sent off. Oh, you painful. This tactic absolutely eviscerated some teams. Another one. Here comes Jacobs. Oh. For me, I think guy from Valencia, one of the best wingbacks on the game. Then you should use him, man. If you got this is like one of those tactics I enjoyed making, because if I had, because I always get these questions from you guys, right? I've got this guy. He's my favorite player. I want to get something out of him. I like doing that as well. I really do. So I will make tactics just to get somebody either creating more chances or scoring more goals. Milos, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. So as you can see, we have not made too many substitutions. I did one, but that's about it. Jacobs. That's my striker taking corners, man, because we got nothing better to do. Hey, Jacobs is actually my striker. What is he doing as the playmaker? All right, now we come here. 0.06 XG conceded, and they get a player sent off. This is, I feel sorry for this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellow cards and a red card. If this was real life, there'd probably be a lot of fines to be paid. Junior Jacobs, that's the playmaker again. Shot from range. They've done the hard work. The wingback is taking some time off. He's tired of running. They've already scored 3 goals. He's obviously taking a break, mingling with the fans by the sidelines. Costanzo, back to Higuita. Hey, his actual name is Higuita. Okay. Regoli. Chuaku looks pressure. That's too much pressure. Okay, so yeah. So this game, stand out. Again, let's see what the numbers say. I mean, I've got to go one day more, right? So let's see. The first tactic, Joey goes smash at 3. I did check Gambit. I think Gambit had 1 or 2 clear-cut chances in that game. Gambit normally produces 2 clear-cut chances a game. I kind of know my tactics, my 3 tactics, right? This, I think, produces only 1 clear-cut chance a game. Let me check. This one should only have 1. Yeah, 2 clear-cut chances for this tactic. Gambit also is averages about 2. Gambit averages 2. This one, Gambit averages 2. This one also 2. So this was, what was his tactic again? Can't remember. What was this tactic again? Oh, the Brazil box. So we got these tactics now. So we got all these tactics in the folder, right? So we got the Joey Go Smash. Okay. We got the Gambit 4-3-3. Okay. We also got the Brazil box 4-2-2-2-2 DM. Right. So now let's take a look at the other tactics, right? Okay. Now we are going to load in the others. Okay, so we got a few. Okay, I haven't gone to, so we haven't done the 4-4-2 yet. Let's go to something different. The Hail Mary. Okay, this tactic, we gotta just remove injuries. Yeah, since we're just replaying everything. Okay, this tactic is all about the mid block. It's about winning the mid block and having a target for it. This is my defensive tactic. I use this tactic in a lot of lower league saves. If I'm playing Gloucester City, I'm playing some lower league team, right? I'm going to use this tactic a lot. This is a go-to tactic for me in a lower league. This and my 4-2-4. Okay? 100% go-to. Because all he does is sits back and just hoofs the ball. Sits back and hoofs the ball. Sits back and hoofs the ball. So he's got a mid block and then it just looks to transition up the pitch, clear, quickly pass into space. And I use a player. Okay, why do I use player defense? Because I want them to come and close me down. Because if they do, they will leave space on the flanks for me to counter attack, or in this case, up the middle. This doesn't have any traps, although I do think you can put a trap outside. Okay, in this tactic, you can trap outside. Although you need to know what to look for in a trap. So I normally, there's only 2 tactics in here that I've got traps, but this is not one of them. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, this Hail Mary could be a disaster, like, you never know. Huh? But these are not these tactics, right? I mean, I have a list here. They're not ranked in terms of the best. They're just ranked in terms of my favorites. Okay, that's all. Okay, so we got target 4, we got advanced 4, we got Piper, Chwaku. I put Chwaku here. The Piper is a bit more of a attacking force. Paunovic I didn't know Paunovic became a defender. When I signed him, the goal was for him to be a fullback. No. Okay, it's alright, like 15, 16. His aggression is a bit low. Now, you might be wondering, but I am leading. I'm playing in a league where there's super teams, right? So I have my players all well developed. Trap outside. Trap outside. Okay, the reason why I use trap outside, okay, it's not why does it work with trap outside. The reason why I would use trap outside is so that my counter attacks come down from the flanks. Because the traps, if you win the ball, the attack is going to be down that side. So that's why I would use trap outside. And why does it work? Most these tactics, 4-1-3-2, I prefer trap outside because I want them to go down the flanks. Because I draw them down the flanks, then my 3 in the middle are quite free. I know it doesn't make sense. I know most people are going to trap them where they have the greater numbers, right? That's logic, right, for most people. No, I don't use that logic. I know it sounds illogical, but it seems to work for me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it never made sense to me as well. It sounded so illogical. Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. That guy is coming through. Do you see how they come through the middle? So I'm going to add the trap now. Trap outside. Yeah. All right, we got IFB, BPD, CD. This guy is flying. Oh, wait a minute. And a focus play, right? There should be a focus play. Correct. There's a focus play. The more I'm looking for the focus play. I need the focus play. We got a wing back, DLP, and then the DM is going to shift to that side. That tactic, yeah. Shifts a bit more. There we go. It shifts a bit more to the left. There are extra players here. That's why I have the wing back there. Nice. Nice. Ooh la la. That was a sweet move, man. That was such a good move. If you play a big block, you obviously are hitting on the transition, right? Better make sure you have players who can hit the transitional players, like target forwards, advanced forwards, players who can win the ball in the center of the park. Otherwise, what's the point? There we go. Another transitional attack. See that trap outside? That was a trap outside working. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let them go down. Go down the flank. It's like someone other AI is going to go there now. Go. And then the center stays solid. Okay, come on. No. I might be wrong. Damn it, they can score. These are 4-1-3-2s. That's still my favorite. Oh, I know it's tough. Damn it, they scored a goal. This is the craziest system, but I love it. For lower league teams. Here they come. It's a penalty. Damn, we can see the penalty. Okay, this one. So if The thing is, right, people have asked me for 4132 many, many times. Right? Yeah. And I use it a lot in lower league saves. Thing is, how do I go cautious? Okay, let's talk to the boys. Oh, again. Alright. Do I have a much higher defensive line? Standard defense line is fine. Okay. Need to get a goal. So we're gonna have to push that wing back higher. And I'm gonna remove the trap when I can. Smith is wearing yellow. 51. Where is our goalie? Oh, we got Neves. We didn't create many good goal scoring chances. The AI is playing with a 4-2-3-1 with 2 anchor men. This is not very attacking, so I should really be attacking them. But we are just playing with a mid block right now. So it's our attack is outnumbered. Yeah. So there's a reason why, sometimes these systems, right, if you're playing like I'm playing a counter-attacking system. If I'm playing against this team is in attacking me, I gotta get up the pitch. So we gotta get up the pitch. You gotta come out of this. So counter, press, counter, in possession. You gotta be wider, variable press, point to box, low cross. And then we gotta go and take the game to them. They're not coming. They decided we're not playing attack with you. And there's 1-2. We got a box defense against your 2. Unfortunately for us. There's not much time. The referee is probably going to blow it after this. Yep. That's it. Beep, beep. Bye-bye. Game over. Yeah, it's a momentous occasion for the opposition. Yep. Well, they didn't win that game. But I still am going to include this. It's a Hail Mary 4132. Aptly named. So this was a fun tactic, but like in all things, mid-block tactics require you to actually do your best. Okay, so that mid-block system didn't work against them. The Hail Mary 4132, probably also because they were very defensive towards the end. They played 2 anchor men, and it's basically my 2 strikers versus their 4 defenders, which is not gonna. I mean, I didn't expect to win, so I would have to change because we're just looking at tactics. Now this is now Everton. Oh, remember this? The 4-4-2. This is the tactic we made for England when I was managing England for a short time, right? We got a roaming playmaker, CM on attack. Oh my god, this is an insane tactic. I don't know if we should include this. This is completely insane. This is the most insane tactic I made. Winger on support, roaming playmaker that goes out, a pressing forward, a CM on attack, a winger on support, a fullback coming on the inside, another fullback coming on the inside, a libero coming in. Okay. Yeah. Let's see how this tactic plays out. Huh? I think insanity counts for something. Then I'm going to pick the three that are safe in the safe, right? So the three that Joey Go Smash is going in, and the Gambit and Brazil box. These are the three tactics that, and the thing is this, right? When it comes to getting ready for FM26, my advice is this: if you have a 4-2-3-1, go make yourself a 4-4-1-1. Make a 4-4-1-1. Yeah, so make a 4. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 is your favorite tactic, this is your attacking tactic. Assuming that SI do have like in and out of possession thing, go make a 4-4-1-1. How would it look like? The right roles and duties. So go out there and do that. So for a lot of people, my recommendation would be to go out there and make a defensive 4-4-2 tactic as well. So you need to have a 4-4-2. Like what kind of 4-4-2 tactic to do that setup? So this is my this is the different one. Oh, I gotta drop this. So we got high press, we inviting crosses. This is England playing a crazy ass 4-4-2. So they defend back in a 4. Okay. Alright. Now they go in, now they got a wedge and a charging 4 with 3 in the center. It's offside, I think, but this is a crazy tactic. The attack is very quick, so it goes that. You see that? So it goes into a 4, right? 4-4-2, but it'll transition very quickly. Then it goes into a 3 because we have we got one-man defense. So these fullbacks will move into this position because we are told them to sit narrow, so they come here into these positions, and then we've got the winger and the 2 strikers. So they move in, bang. And that is a CM on attack. So he joins up. So we got our 2 strikers, our CM on attack, our roaming playmaker, a winger here, and a fullback here. And the other fullback here is to provide an assist to this fullback. And then we've got the other winger. So great goal. Any one of the 3 could have scored. So we got a winger, CM on attack, roaming playmaker, libero, 1 fullback. This is the one-man defender system. Oh, they got the equalizer. So once again, right, these tactics are not meant to be like, it's just that, it shows some of the attacking patterns that you can achieve and to score goals. It's just meant to be. I was just meant to have fun. 4-4-1-1 is a very good tactic. I thought I did make a 1-4-4-1-1 for Football Manager. It's in a folder. It's a 4-4-1-1. But I strongly recommend, if your favorite tactic right now is an attacking 4-2-3-1, go make a 4-4-1-1. And you can make one very easy. After when we do a 4-4-2, I'm going to check whether we have a 4-4-1-1, and I'll include that into the list. I'm not suggesting that you can import the tactics, because again, I don't expect us to be able to. I'm not expecting us to be able to import any tactics from FM26. I don't think so. You're gonna have to just have the reason why is because you need to understand, like, okay, if I'm making this 4-2-3-1, how will it defend as a 4-4-2, right? Or in this case 4-4-1-1. Brilliant. My favorite tactical system. I think the 4-4-2 was the meta formation for Football Manager 24. Not the 4-2-3-1. It was this formation that was the strongest, because it would be the strongest in the hand of a person who knew what he was doing in terms of tactics. Because if you know what you're doing in terms of tactics, it is the strongest, because you can make this tactic play in many ways. Like now I can go winger attack, IFB defend. So I just want to sit down and defend, right? Okay, this guy becomes a I think what we can do, we get him to win the ball higher up the pitch. Ball winning midfield on support. So now all I got is these two guys charging up. I got these two guys protecting me, he coming in and occasionally forming a partnership. But because I'm using a ball-winning midfielder, they're going to do it higher up the pitch. If I wanted to do it deeper, then I will use a CM role. So Lukao comes in. Now if I wanted to hold, like lock them into position, okay, I lock these two into position. So they don't move up. He doesn't move up anymore. So I could see out the game. But you see, the moment I do that, right, we get pressure. Because earlier I was playing in their half, 4-4-2. Now I'm playing a midfield 4-4-2. So this was the next one. The Joey, what's this called? I've got to remember the name of this tactic, man. There's so many. I still remember. There's so many tactics I made. I think... I don't know if you guys, some of you probably new to the channel. Yeah, but to give you an idea how many tactics we have. Maybe I just go to the holder. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is me. My tactics for Football Manager are 24. And these are just the tactics. Yeah. Remember, it's FMF and tag. So if I wanted to count the total number of files. Okay, so we got all these are the FMF files, right? So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course, some of them are multiple. Some of them like Everton, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are actually 5 different 4-4-2s in there. Okay, that's specific. I got a BTM pancake. There are some tactics I did for my own humor. Then we got the defensive line videos. They've got Everton 4-3-3, Everton 5-2-3, Everton 5-2-3, Everton 4-2-3-1, Everton mid block for wingers only. I didn't include all the tactics inside there. Yeah, Hungary has its own own tactics. Hungary Gambit, Hungary 4-2-4, which was actually quite good. This was actually a low block 4-2-4. Maybe we want to also include that in the list. And then we've got the rest defense video. This was when I did the video for rest defense, and then I did a whole bunch of new tactics for that video. Then we got the underlapping formations, and then this was done on a stream, I think. We created a lot of underlapping formations, and then we shortlisted the top ones. Okay, anyway, let's go. Okay, this is Joey's creation. So we got BTN England. England tactic. Joey's creation. The 4-4-2. Okay, so that's the 4-4-2. So now, okay, we are also going to play another one. Okay, so we got this. Now we're gonna do the Everton low block. Okay. As a community, this is, I don't know which of the two saves you're going to use. Okay. All right, so we got the 4-4-2. So right now, we are looking at these tactics, right? So we got, how many tactics now? We've got the Joey Go Smash, the Gambit, the Brazil Box, the Hail Mary, England tactic, 4-4-2. Now I'm going to do the low block, 4-4-2. Now once again, all low blocks are a pain in the ass. Okay, just to put things in perspective, they're never ever great. This is June, wrong game. Destiny live stream is June, March. Can I save it again? Destiny live stream March, right? The March one. June will be in pre-season. So which of all the, what is out of curiosity in chat, what are your favorite not tactics, what are your favorite formations that you like to play with? Okay, we got a low block 4-4-2 with a trap outside and an invite cross. This is going to be interesting. This is all about the counter. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, I just make sure that we cannot be sacked. I'm doing all kinds of funky things on this stream. I don't want to be sacked in the middle of it while we're doing this. 4-4-2 for me has so much success. Yeah, the 4-4-2 is the meta formation for me. Anyway, whenever people come to me and tell me the meta is 4-2-3-1, I say no, the real meta is the 4-4-2. Because the 4-4-2 has got so much variety, you know. It gives you so many options. You can, in a game, whereas in a 4-2-3-1, once you use the AM, you want to substitute, right? You want to change formations, you're going to, damn it, what I'm going to do for the AM position. But in the 4-4-2, you can make a lot of changes. There's so many variations. It gives you options. To me, that's a meta. To me, that's in itself, the formation is its own meta. I mean, Wenger, a lot of managers have also said that the most efficient formation in football is actually the 4-4-2. And you see, I've seen managers use different variants of the 4-4-2. Okay, got off the goal corner. Not my fault. All the guys are using the same set pieces. But I like this one a lot. All with three at the back is Conte and Inzaghi. I love Italian football. The problem with three at the back, Goffiero, is this. On Football Manager, the three at the back system is better if you have a 4-4-2 that uses inverted fullback and a libero. Then you get three at the back, all right? But you defend as a four. Problem of Football Manager is the three at the back system, the wing backs are not too high, not high enough during the transition. That's the problem. Yeah. So I want it to be higher than what it is right now. I want the wing backs to be playing like wingers, but we can't do that on Football Manager. That's the reason why I think because of the way it's coded, we don't get great performances on back five systems. Although I would say that the best back five system, or the easiest one to set up, in fact, among all the best back five systems, the easiest one to set up is the 5-2-2-1. So this is our low block 4-4-2. This is the Everton 4-4-2, I think. Yeah, because I think this is the Everton. I remember Everton used the 4-4-2 all the way. Yeah, this is Everton. This is the Everton 4-4-2 system that they used, right? I remember doing this when we were streaming, and I then continued on to finish the season off camera. We won the entire season playing a low block 4-4-2 with pressing forward and a pressing forward defend. Two pressing forwards, so that we always had players coming back to defend. So this is just one of those like, okay, we're going to defend and force teams to hit from outside the area. So you will concede. I mean, never play a low block if you don't have defenders. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't have defenders, you don't have pacey strikers, pretty hard to play a low block because you need the defenders to win the ball in the air. So that's it. Yeah, the winger. There's only one real outlet in this team, and this is this guy. That's it. Nobody else is attacking with this tactic. We were Tenorio out on the right flank for Horn. So it kind of makes things easier when you do substitution because you know the rest aren't really attacking. These guys will be a fresh legs. Christmas tree tactic, so. Yeah, 4-3-2-1. So. I'll always end up modding it. I'll mod it to the same, the 3-1 tactic version. There's several ways to make the Christmas tree, but Christmas tree wasn't my favorite for Football Manager 24. It's okay, but it's like the 4-1-3-2. Very like it can work in certain scenarios. Yeah, I know. That's it. That's the reason why 5-2-2-1 right now, Football Manager. The only way the 5-2-2-1 is going to work is wingbacks crossing the ball. That's it. There's a reason why to get the system working on Football Manager, it can work, but it's not going to be efficient. It's not the best of the, it's not the best. So here we go, and I'm putting in another one here now. Okay, we're adding to the list. Okay, just adding to this list here. Sorry. So we got our Everton low block 4-4-2. All right. So Everton low block 4-4-2 goes into the list as well. All right. So this is another one that we just tried out. So we got our we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tactics already. Once again, we go back, pop in the save again because we're gonna keep doing this because we want to play against the same Mickey Mouse team. There's not a Mickey Mouse team. In this league, most of the teams are 20 for 20 for all attributes. So really putting my team to the grinder every time we play these games. All right. Next tactic. What have we got? Okay, so this all in the folder. You guys got it. Hail Mary done. Highlander 5-2-3-1. Obviously, I don't know how to count. I also got Hungary 4-1-3-2. I got 2. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the Highlander 4-5-2-3-1. 5-2-3-1. This Highlander. Oh, Highlander. Yeah, just now we played it, right? I got player sent off. Never mind. We do that later. We come back to this later. Load. We got Hungary. What's the difference between this and the other one? Oh, this is different. This is the real. Okay. There's 2 differences between this 4-1-3-2 and the first 4-1-3-2. The first 4-1-3-2 had a wing back launching down the flank, so always exposing one side of the pitch. In this one, we're using a fullback instead of wing back, and 2, we're using 2 roles on each side of the flank. So this becomes a crossing tactic. This is really, if you don't have a player that can cross the ball, you're asking for trouble because you're basically depending on crosses in this tactic. So you need players that can cross the ball. So your fullback has to be able to cross the ball. You need a Mazzala, a role on the left and the right that can move left and move into channels. Abika, those guys are gonna move into channels anyway. Okay. Yeah. The Mazzala and the the Carrello. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is the tactic I use, a Hungary 4-1-3-2, right? Actually, I think this is a bit more safer than the other one. The other one is a flying wingback. In the early days of Football Manager, right? Football Manager 24, I was using wingbacks a lot. Then after that, right, I realized these wingbacks keep losing the ball. So it doesn't always help my cause. So I started using fullbacks a lot more. So these are all the tactics later where I realized if I use fullbacks, I get to keep the ball. So I think keeping the ball is 70% of the contract, man. You need to 70% of the criteria you need to fulfill to win games sometimes. Keeping the ball. You can't keep the ball, you can't create, right? And if your wingback is the only outlet and he's always the one losing the ball, what's the point? Which is the reason why I always added the focus play on the wingback side. I don't know if there's a focus play here. Here we go. Here's a flying wingback just now. And there we go. The fullback has gotten up the pitch nicely, crossing the ball. Yep, it's a cross every tactic. I knew it. So the moment you use a Mazzala and a Carrello in any tactic, right? Any tactic, you become cross heavy. Because the Mazzala is always going to give you a chance to release the fullback or the wingback in your case, which is the reason why I prefer using fullbacks instead of wingbacks. Because fullbacks will pass the ball and get into a position to do the run. So if you have a Mazzala, he's going to look for that fullback. And that means you have a fantastic cross-heavy tactic. So I have a target for on the other side. So he does hit the ball. He does cross the ball in that direction. Target for and knock it down for the advance forward. Or he just goes to the advance forward. Yes. Power again. They're going to go back to the right side again. There we go. Oh no, they can't. They almost through. Nice work. Oh, that was... Come on. Oh, could have conceded there. That would have been not so nice. I also use an NCB. This is the Hungary system. The Hungary system, I use this 4-1-3-2 in Europe because it did quite well in Europe. We were using this in the Champions League away from home because I found that using the fullback like that was more efficient. Because all I needed to do is get the ball out, and at the right time, the Mazzala or another player on the side will find him with the pass, and all he has to do is get into position. Because we have an advanced forward, slip the ball in front of him, bang, in goes the goal. And this is when the combination becomes very, very good. So it's 2 really simple goals, but I like them. So it's like one was a cross to the head of somebody beautiful, and the other one was a pass to the feet of the same person who's beautiful. So he scored both goals. Oh, again, there goes the fullback looking, and it's a penalty. Not too bad. For Hungary, 4-1-3-2. Listen to my list. They got the Mazal looking for options. If the Mazala can't find the fullback, he finds the advance forward. Yeah, it's the only role worth using is for me poacher. Poacher, advance forward or pressing forward. These are only three roles worth using. Right. I told no one to complete forward. Don't waste your time. The CA requirements for complete forward are too high. You can't find this because whereas poacher is easier to find players for that. First up is finding the player to play that role. Secondly, the complete forward, right? Your tactic also has got a bit of like, where is the player? I don't know, man. He's a complete forward. He'll know when to go there. Like, damn, he's supposed to be in the area. No, he's out having coffee. Whereas poacher, I'm there, boss. That's how I like to look at it. Look at this, man. Brilliant. This is the Hungary low block. Look at the way he's tearing the team apart. Target forward, advance forward. And how many goals have we got now? John Jacobs, advance forward, has got 4 goals already. Poor guy, he's already injured. So this, by far, right, one of my favorites. 4-1-3-2. This is currently, we're using this in the Hungary save. A Hungary live stream. So I'm looking at the tactics. We have a few, We have the Joey Go Smash, the Gambit, Brazil Box. We've got the Hail Mary 4-1-3-2. We've got England Tactics, Joey Creation, Everton Low Block, and the Hungary 4-1-3-2. And this tactic isn't a mid block. Yeah, I don't think this is a mid block. This is a trap outside 4-1-3-2. See, but just now, and this one we use 2 inverted fullbacks on defense, right? So this is purely inviting them only down one way, and I've locked it down with 2 inverted fullbacks. I would rather 1 inverted fullback and 1 fullback on attack. But anyway, when he goes attacking, if I lose the ball, these 3 are going to take up the center. Because we have this fullback attacking, right? So even I do a trap outside. If they do come down this way, I use an NCB. So they break through as an NCB will just release the ball. Anyone to give me tips on my save? What do you need? What kind of tips do you need for your save? Good question when it comes to tips. As in what to start with? Or what exactly are you looking at? Bowcat rather. Okay, so we've got the 4-1-3-2, Hungary 4-1-3-2, right? So now, as it stands, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tactics, and 2 of them are similar. I mean, one's a mid block, one's a high block. Okay. All right, so we got a 4-1-3-2 in this beautiful, and then we haven't gone to and we got 2 4-4-2s also. We got low block 4-4-2 and England tactic, the 4-4-2, which is much more attacking 4-4-2. We got a high block 4-4-2, we got a low block 4-4-2, we got a mid block 4-1-3-2, and we got a high block 4-1-3-2. So that means it's quite funky. I don't know if you want to. The 5-2-2-1 is in there, but we'll save that for last. You've been in the National League for 10 plus years. What? National League? Play a 4-4-2, 4-2-4. Yeah. or 4-4-1, I don't know if I have a 4-4-1-1. We have to look through the tactics slowly. If I have 4-4-1-1, there's one. I just saw it. Where is it? Huh? I got 4-1-4-1. I got 4-4-1-1 somewhere. I just saw it. 4-4-1-1, 4-4-1-1. Where are you? I know I saw it. Their Destiny 4-4-1-1. 4-4-1-1. But this should be different now. We're using inverted one. Okay. We got inverted fullback. We use an inverted winger on attack with a fullback on attack, heavy one side. We got winger on support, ball when it will win here. Box to box will go up as well. Winger will give us some width. Pressing forward, okay, that's fine. Shadow striker, double attack pattern. Maybe here what we can do. Inverted winger going this way. Fullback on attack, staying wider, around wide with the ball. Makes sense. This guy's going to attack this way. Box to box is coming. There's a lot of congestion in this area. So what we'll do is get this guy to be a Mazala of sorts. Inverted winger, no. Then it's like crisscross, no need. Box to box, and then CD ball playing defender. Inverted fullback is staying position, holding. If I'm going to do this, then this guy should be a wing on attack. Okay, so you go forth and conquer. So you become inverted wing on support while this guy comes in here. He looks here. Box to box also goes up. So we got this guy giving us one with. Okay, I think this can work. But the problem is when you make a 4-2-4-1-1, right? It's got to be similar to your 4-2-3-1. Yeah. If you're going to do something like this, you better make it similar to a 4-2-3-1. So let's say if I had a 4-2-3-1, right? Yeah, I don't know if in my favorite, the ones that I exported, do I have a 4-2-3-1? Is it Joey Falls 4-2-3-1? Okay, we use this Joey Falls 4-2-3-1. Okay, this is about Falls 4-2-3-1. So if I wanted to make a 4-4-1-1, it has to be related to this. Okay, so we have double DMs, we got fullbacks on attack, we got wingers on support. Okay, so now I got wingers on attack, so this guy got to be a winger. And then fullback on attack. We'll just leave this as an IFB. This guy goes around this way. I mean, I don't see the problem with that. Then double DMs. Box to box. Okay, we go CM on support. Or DLP on support. Okay, DLP on support. Okay. Alright, so this is a DLP on support. This is a ball winning midfield on support. Wing on attack going this way. Pressing forward on attack. And then fullback. Okay. Alright, let's go. I'll remove the injuries. The reason why I did it is I want this tactic to be similar to this. Because this is also okay, we'll play the same game and change it again. What has been the overall best formation for FM24, the 4-4-2? Hands down, the 4-4-2 is the best formation. 4-2-3-1 is good, but you need to the 4-2-3-1 is easy. However, if I wanted to win every single game, if I want to do an invincible season, I'll definitely do it with the 4-4-2. Yeah. But can I do it with the 4-2-3-1? There'll be some matches I'll be tweaking. Okay, so we got balance, underlap, focus play down the left to the right. We got fullbacks coming inside. Double DM support. This is a very basic 4-2-3-1. Got roam from position, roam. And then we'll be able to hop into this. Okay. Counter press for work ball into box, be more expressive. Work ball. Okay, I mean, both tactics we should be able to interchange between both tactics. So we're gonna have to. The only problem with this is you have to have the right players. Okay, so Lloyd Horn is gonna go here. John Jacobs will go here. No, John Jacobs. Okay, I mean, I guess so. I guess 4-4-1-1. I think they can work together. Just get done. At least that's my feeling distraction. Yeah. Thanks for the comment, man. Because I think 4-2-3-1 is a great formation. I mean, I would rank like the 4-2-3-1, the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-2 as the best formations of Football Manager. 4-2-3-1 and 4-4-2. By hands down the best. Yeah. Okay, Higita, my goalkeeper. What is this Rochi? This is the other guy. Okay. So we're playing on balance. We're not using any other mentality for this. But we have fullbacks, right? So once again, we'll play the first half with the 4-2-2 and the second half with the 4-4-1 and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, Horn. Oh, man, Horn's injured. I need a Horn. I need a Horn for the first half and the second half. Now we got a problem. I think I have to play. Okay, we'll use John Jacobs and then. See, this is the reason why I don't like the 4-2-3. Because if it's true, right, that we're gonna have in and out formations for FM26, right? How are you gonna get your winger in that position to play like a fullback or a winger? Winger on support. You'll have challenges, slight challenges. Because I'm assuming they're gonna have the same nonsense, no? Again, which is the guy is not familiar with his position. John Jacobs and Jose Bravo. Yeah, we all got. Don't you know me by now, Maximovic? I only have players in my team who have great porn names, porn star names. All legends, man. Remember the years of I had Dick, Dyke, you got Hard, Dick, all that. Hard Dick. We had Dyke. I needed someone to throw me. I throw myself. I remember all the times you guys used to come to the stream and then you type stuff just for me to say certain things, right? I did to myself. This is hilarious. Okay, you see the 4-2-3-1 strong, right? Okay. I mean, basically it's strong. For me, I think there are so many the 4-2-3-1, but 4-4-2 I'm always after the 4-4-2. The 4-4-2 is more efficient. Because the 4-4-2, I can always defend with 3, right? Easily. This one, you want to defend with 3, you got to do a bit of funky stuff. And there's so many variants of this tactic. There's so many variants. You can do this. Yeah, let's do this. Ding. Take out this side. One on the left. We chain you into inside forward for fun. Okay, all right, let's go. Now we got a different pattern. So actually, for me, I think Football Manager, for the tweaker in you, it's a fantastic game. So I love Fridays. To me, there's nothing wrong with the match engine. Yeah. Dick Steele, remember? Dick Steele was the best. Dick Steele. And then we had the one who didn't want to go and play football games, Facundo. He only want to play another kind of game. He refused to go for the champion. I mean, I had players with names, right, that just lived up to their names. He didn't want to go. He never came for training. Didn't even go for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Didn't even show up for the bus ride. I never ever played. That is his name. No. FM26 will release before Christmas. That's what I expect. But the first patch will come after Christmas. Okay, so we're going to change to this now. This is a 4-4-1-1. We got Junior. Junior is what? Got a DM, right? Okay, I don't know who my players are. Yoboa's a defender. Okay, all right. So Yoboa comes in here. He's going to come in as a defender. Suaku, Costanzo, Pipenbrock, Pito. Jacobs playing as an inverted winger. That's a first. He's going to enjoy this a lot, man. He's never done that. He's never played in that position. He's like looking at me with this looks of bewilderment. On the pitch, he's going, what, you want me to be a winger? You know that I'm the top scorer in this team and you want me to be a winger? Yes, son. Let's be the winger and we know you can do it. So you're going into a 4-4-1-1. Now, the beautiful thing about this, right, is because you're going to a 4-4-1-1, right, you can also make it into a 3-2-5. See, this tactic, this is the reason why I say the 4-4-2. If you know how to play the 4-4-2, you are the king of Football Manager. There's nothing you can't do. Okay? So now, okay, I'm going to change this. No? So we got this guy going up, this guy holding. Okay, you, which side should I put you? Oh, we don't want this. There's too many cooks here. So you go libero up, go support, go and join them. Ball winning midfielder, no need ball winning midfielder. I want you to box, baby. You go up and join him. So you're going to attack, you're going to come here, you're going to come here. You. Don't be worried lah. You also go up. Okay, you also go up. So you go up, you go up, you go up, you go up, you go up. Everybody's going up in this tactic. Nobody is staying behind. With Isak joining Liverpool, do you think they can go all the way to the Champions League final? I don't know. I think they will do well, but Champions League final, possible. They could. I mean, I think it's valid to say that the expectation is Liverpool go at least to the semi-finals of the Champions League. I think that's the expectation of Arne Slot. I think the board would have given that. Say we dropped you 500, we've spent like, because the board has spent as much money as they did buying the club the first time around. They spent more money on the transfer market this season than they did in buying the club. So I won't be surprised if minimum expectation is semi-finals or win the Champions League and win the title. So I think winning the title and getting the semis is the target for Arne Slot. I don't think it's don't worry, you can build the team. You already set the bar. Plus spend all that money. Okay, now see, we got a 3, right? 2 here, the guy came in the middle. And then, the only problem is you lost the ball. Oh man. Okay, what can I do to tighten it? Of course, then you can go and play in tighten. Oh, no wonder. I forgot he was attacking. That's the reason why we were so vulnerable, because he went attacking. So if you can play the 4-2-3-1, then I would recommend you becoming understanding how to create a defensive version of the 4-2-3-1. So this will be the defensive version of the 4-2-3-1. 4-4-1-1. Then of course we can do it in more funky ways. Okay, so now we're gonna do this now. Mid block, standard defensive line. Do this and then go cautious. I'm just becoming more and more defensive. That's funky, man. Distribute. No more play our defense. Pass into space. You go forth and conquer. All right. So now we're gonna put Milo here, and then I'll put Regoli here. Regoli, left or right? Any, mini, miny, more. Catch a tiger by the toe. Yeah, you. I don't know where those guys are playing. Everyone is playing out of position right now because we keep changing stuff. Spend more than Klopp. Yeah, I mean Klopp didn't. I don't think Klopp. Yeah, it was. You have to remember that when Klopp came, wasn't Liverpool's Liverpool was still in the save money stage, right? And they were the only reason Liverpool was still like trying to save as much money, because the only money they made was that whole what's his name, what's his name? I forgot his name. The Liverpool player that we are still collecting. What's his name? Who's that Liverpool player that went to somewhere for 145 million pounds? Shit, what's his name? J starts with J. Coutinho. Coutinho. We're still spending Coutinho money, right? Klopp was still spending Coutinho money. That's about it. And those days, Liverpool didn't have that much. I mean, Liverpool were still had other priorities like the stadium. Okay, so like we went into a block, defensive block. Yeah, let's go make it even more. No prevent, idiot. Okay, sorry. Step up more, get stuck in, all the stuff that you do in your defense, right? We're just giving the ball away to the AI. Yeah. I can see a second goal because we gave the ball away. I didn't change enough. I think this guy should have been. Not a defend. And this guy should have been a DLPS. Because we were trying to defend. I wanted to defend, but I had the wrong rules in there. So you gotta look like me. I'm not gonna save this 4-4-1-1, but I think people should be able to make a 4-4-1-1. But we're gonna save the 4-2-3-1, the 4-2-3-1 false fullback version. Because it'll be interesting to see how Football Manager 26 is set up for tactics. Because I don't expect us to be able to export it. I don't expect us to copy paste tactics. Yeah, I can tell you that right now. 100%. There is no way possible. I mean, looking at the game and the leaks and plus everything else, I don't expect us to be able to copy paste tactics. I don't expect the match engine to be that much different. I mean, I'm just saying this from a point of view which makes sense. They've gone to a new match engine. They've gone to a new game, so they will try their best to limit the amount of chaos they can possibly see in the first week. And to do that, one UI. Same match engine from before. Yeah. But the UI, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's me. It was me. That's what I do. But I don't know, SI might not do something different. They might give us like black and white version. I hope SI give us a dark skins, that dark version and a light version. Okay, there we go. Dios is a BTN Joey Falls. Joey Falls FP4231. Right. Okay, so we got that. So the Joey Falls, I got Orion inside there. I have a few 4231s. I got Psycho 4231. What the hell is Psycho doing here? I don't know what Psycho is doing. I got a few 4231s. They're all different. Yeah, I think this one is different. This is this is the middle. This is the 4231 I made that doesn't play with DMs. Let's try that one. Okay. So all these tactics. So FM26, we will be playing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On FM26, we will be doing the Glosser save again. And the Destiny save. Because we want to see how these all these players do. So your players are gonna be traveling with me all the way. This 4231 is the one with Liberos. This is a Psycho 4231, which only defends with one defender. It's a crazy tactic, because if you want to use this tactic, be prepared to concede goals. Be prepared. You have to have the players for this tactic. My bot is in the house now. Where else would it be? It won't be anywhere else. So this tactic is attacking out of possession, is using a trap inside. It's using two roles in the middle. They're asking for trouble. Ball winning midfielder, box to box. Got libero, ball playing defender, two inverted fullbacks, a winger, two wingers. Basically, it's a flank. It's got two players pinning back their fullbacks, attacking in quick transition. We're playing high up the pitch. So, in order to play this well, you need players high aggression. My long-term commentary save, I've taken commentary to consistently qualifying for Champions League. I can't get any decent youth intake ever despite improvement. What am I going to do? Okay, if you don't have a decent youth intake, I mean, I don't know, maybe your staff, if you upgraded, I'm assuming you've upgraded all your facilities. I'm assuming you've upgraded your staff. I'm assuming your head of youth development is also got a great personality, and because that's really important. So you need all those, So if you don't have, I don't know how far. What have you done? If you done all that, then sometimes these players, they come in cycles as well. So it's great players. You see, the thing is, right, when I have all my staff have great personalities, then the average of my team is actually quite good. Mostly I will get one or two unambitious, but generally most of my players have good personalities and decent CAPA. But CAPA comes all with facilities in a junior coaching, the quality of his junior coaching. So in those until they become maxed out, you do not see superstars left, right, center. And even if you do get superstars, you don't come every season. So once every 5 years, I think you should be able to see a 5-star player. Sometimes you're lucky, you get two one season. So this is a 4-2-3-1 that's front foot all the way. This is a very front foot 4-2-3-1, but he only plays with one fullback on one defender. So sorry, he's got two defenders. Okay, so he's got 4 defenders. with libero. So this is a back three, but these two guys are high up the pitch. So the great against a 4-4-2. Very good against a 4-4-2. Because against a 4-4-2, right, the DMs have to come up the pitch, right? So this is putting pressure on the DMs. So the DMs cannot come up the pitch. So we keep attacking them very, it's a very back to front, really quick. So, man, these guys are just winning the goal. All right, we're not doing much. I'm not doing much. Because you can see, right, all these tactics are different performances. Like same game. That's why I wanted to play this against the same team. Some matches, like quite difficult to win, but other matches you just quite a different thing. Let's play Lukao for Pipe and Brock. Tonuro comes on for Jerry. Okay, so that's 2. Half time. We haven't got a half. The first half hasn't even ended. It's 5-1. Facundo, who's Facundo? I don't know which Facundo is you talking about. All right, so far so good. I like this winger combination with poacher. It's always been my favorite. Because if you go poacher, winger, you always find that the winger is in the area. No? So if your wingers are all good goal scoring candidates, so when it comes towards the flanks, right, you'll see these guys will enter and end up in the box. 7-1. Facundo is a popular Twitch streamer. There's a Twitch streamer called Facundo. My own bot telling us to go and watch another Twitch streamer. So far 8-1. Guys, this tactic is I honestly believe the 4-2-3-1, there are two versions, right? The defensive and double DMs and the offensive one with the MCs. And then of course you can also play the 4-4-1-1. So you've got several variations that I've given you today. So up to you guys how you want to play these tactics. But I always found that yeah, that's one of the reasons why 4-2-3-1. People like the 4-2-3-1. Right? But you're gonna score a lot of goals, the 4-2-3-1. But I still swear by the 4-4-2. Yes, you can see, right? If you have to defend with this tactic, you're gonna struggle because your players are not all back. So you're gonna have to defend with 1, 2, 3, 4. So you gotta make sure that your players are very fit. And you can't afford to lose the ball with this group. The libero, box to box, and the ball winning midfielder, because these are the guys who are gonna bring the ball forward. So the scoreline now is 8-2. 8-3. Highly entertaining. Hero you is fairly determined. Oh man, I would definitely not. Okay, for me, I tell you one thing, right? If the personalities of all your coaches, your youth coaches, all of them are bad, right? Then it's the function of the youth players. I wouldn't say. Definitely, I wouldn't. I will never ever hit a youth development who is very determined. Yeah, 100%. I won't. I would definitely be looking at better personalities for you to start with better personalities. Of course, yeah, that should be a priority. Okay, so what was that just now? The tactic I just played was the Psycho, right? 4-2-3. Go in there again. So the tactic we just played is Psycho 4231. The reason why I call it Psycho was very simple. Because this tactic, when I first created it, I was thinking how many people, firstly, how many people out there have got the gumption to play like this? Secondly, I'm intentionally going for the trap inside. It's hard tackling involved in the center. So this area, I want the AI to come through here. And then that will release my center as well. AP. And then he gets the ball, he goes straight. We attack the spaces. So it's a very aggressive tactic, but you will concede goals. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm not getting all these tactics are fun. So these are all the tactics so far. So we got a few now. All right, so we've got the best of FM24 for me. With Joey Go Smash 4-1-4-1. You got a Gambit 4-3-3. The Joey Go Smash 4-1-4-1 works with the 4-2-3-1 as well. Right, so definitely those two work hand in hand as well. Usually I find that I can go from 4-2-3-1 to 4-1-4-1 quite easily. Hail Mary 4-1-3-2 mid block, and there's another 4-1-3-2, the Hungary 4-1-3-2. Both of them, one is a mid block, the other one is a high block. Okay, so Hungary is a high block, and you can see Hail Mary is also got 4-1-3. Then Joey falls fullback 4-2-3-1, which uses false fullbacks, and then we got another Psycho 4-2-3-1, which is a flat midfield. Okay, it doesn't, because the other one, Joey falls fullback, uses DMs. Let's see what else we haven't gone through. Then we got Orion IFB. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Joey Banzai. Low block on another 4-4-2. I got a lot of 4-4-2s. Okay, we did Gambit, Brazil box, Gambit, Hail Mary, Highlander, no chat. Highlander we did at the start. I want to revisit it. Orion, what is this? Oh, this is a different This is a different 4-1-3-2. Again, it's a three-prong attack. Volante coming, AP with a libero. I don't think I need to explain this. I think most of you will understand this. This is a camping tactic. 3-4-2-1s are not efficient on Football Manager. I have 5-2-2-1, but you can't do a 3-4-2-1. You will not. The game doesn't deal with those tactics in a very efficient way. Yeah. Okay, I think what we'll do is just make this simple. Okay, DM support, and then we'll go AP support so we can do a left side. Now I'm just going to tweak this slightly.
Turn on the mic, you're muted.
Oh, thanks, man, Chico. Chico's the only one I noticed I was muted. Okay. All right. I must have been coughing earlier. So there's quite a while I've been muted. Oh, man, this is so sad. From now onwards, I'm not going to press the mute button anymore. If I cough, so be it. Okay. All right. So here we go. And then we've got all these, we've set this up already. So AP, Shadow Striker, Poacher. Okay, this is a 5-2-2-1. Right. And to the guy, to Harry, I would not recommend Fairly Determined. I think you should get a minimum Resolute for your head of youth development. You have no idea how important personality is to all your junior coaching stuff. It's really, really important. Yeah. I would suggest that is a priority for you. Yeah. Because the moment that you get these coaches with Fairly Determined, then it's like all the coaches contribute towards the personalities of your players. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't. attributes and personalities are important. But favor personality first, then try and see. Because youth players, you're never going to find great coaches. Right? You're never going to find a lot of great coaches. I've only have instead of using wing backs. You can use defensive wingers as well. But problem is defensive wingers. I think honestly, right, if I'm going to use this, then I might as well turn this into liberos on support. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm using wing backs. Not because I'm using wing backs, but I was just throwing the idea of pushing these guys high up the pitch. Okay, so they move up the pitch now. There we go. And we got one lone defender. There, guys, the other libero will hold on. Right? If you do a focus play left and right, that's what's going to happen. So what happens once you go onto the left side, right? The right-sided defender will lock himself down. So you can see that, right? As I'm going down, the other libero is staying in this position with the central defender. So we got two. So you can definitely use that setup. So we're gonna watch this again. Wide centre backs are fine. I mean, I'm gonna go with the libero right now. So build out, libero pushes up. Okay. Well, I want to see the pivot. There it goes up. Passing option. Pivot. See, this guy goes up. See, the moment we're attacking this side of the pitch, this guy is coming up. The libero and the other defender stay put. You still got two men. So you get whichever side you're attacking, right? You get this. You get the support from this guy. So the central midfielder has always got a passing option. He will. There we go. Now we got 2-3. So these three will outnumber anybody around them. So Piper gets the ball. He just turns and he releases a player. So whatever happens, right? These two will now have passing options back and behind and in front of them. So I'm just gonna leave this as the 5-2-2-1. I think the libero 5-2-2-1 is actually very, very strong. Okay, so either I play cautious or attacking. So if I go to cautious, I'm gonna get the same attacking patterns, except why cautious and attacking? Because positive passing patterns are too short. That's why I find on Football Manager. So if you play on short, right? You play positive mentality, the passes are way too short for me. So we got this DM and DLP forming a nice anchor. And then we get this center that's pretty hard for teams to break down. And then we can just wall up them using the wing back and these two. So these become our like a quasi shadow, like, what's the word for it? False stance. Wait, you could go DM, but the reason why I got DM, DLP is they're both holding. One is holding position, not necessarily the DM, but the DLP will hold position. But the liberos are in a very good position to support the counter press now. And recycling of possession, then we can go through the middle anytime we want. Okay, good. And libero comes up, gets into the area, gets us our penalty. It's another chance with the 5-2-2-1. So that's not too bad. Okay. So I'm playing on cautious. So the thing is about these tactics, right? I'm gonna resave this Highlander. Highlander, this is go to C again. He uses Profeto, Dropbox, FM24, Discord, tactics, best of, where are you? Best of. Okay, I'm gonna have to delete this one. BTN Highlander 5-2-2-1. Okay, we got the Highlander 5-2-2-1. I'm gonna save it there. I'm also gonna come in here, and you will notice that it's not in the Dropbox folder anymore. It will take some time for that tactic to update. Highlander, there we go. This is a 5-2-2-1. These two I'm gonna delete. 5-2-2-1 FMF is okay. 5-2-3-1 is the one that get rid of. Okay. Then we go back to FM24 public tactics, best Highlander. Delete. And then go back. I should have copied it the first time around. There we go, Highlander. Copy. Really? Public. Okay, done. So both folders should have it. I don't know. I think Dropbox is active. No, it's not. Okay. I'll update eventually. Okay. So we got both the tactics in the Dropbox folder, guys. This is a libero. If you don't want to use liberos, which I think is a waste, you can go that white center back attacks, which I think is more riskier. I'd rather use liberos because liberos they sit in the hole. White center backs they don't. I want them to sit in this pocket and then move up. White center back is a bit too aggressive for my liking. I prefer the libero. Libero is such a good role. You know, white center back. Okay, white center back, right? These two are white center backs. Say where he's gone. He's gone too far away. Okay, if you want to, go for it. You can use both, but I would kind of like the libero a bit more. White center back, you do the center back thing. So got two of them wanting to run. So I rather go, for me personally, it's going to be always the libero because he's the main man. He's the king of the hill in this tactic. And then your three guys in front are going to love him for it because he's always going to be in that pocket to support play. And defensively, he can be quite solid. Alright, so what have we done now? Okay, so we've got all the tactics, I think. We got the Highlander 5-2-3-1. Okay, so sorry, 5-2-2-1. So the last one is Highlander 5. Okay, so here we go, guys. Our tactics, our final tactics. Okay, so we have created. These are my tactics for Football Manager 24. The Joey Go Smash, the 4-1-4-1, the Gambit 4-3-3, the Brazil Box, the 4-2-2-2 DM, Hail Mary, the 4-1-3-2 mid block, and there's also an Everton Hungary 4-1-3-2 high block version of the same tactic, but both play differently. One has a flying wing back, and the other one doesn't have any flying backs. It just hit and hold. Actually, the 4-1-3-2 high block is something I like to use as an underdog. Yeah. And then we got the Joey Falls fullback 4-2-3-1, which is a lot of you guys like that tactic when I created the 4-2-3-1, which is the four fullbacks running through the middle, the wingers hugging left, and then these fullbacks just creating chances of being on the end of goal scoring action. Yeah, that 4-2-3-1 is in there. The Psycho 4-2-3-1 flat. Now one of the reasons why I like this 4-2-3-1 is because it's such an attacking tactic. Because ball winning midfielder in the opposition half. All right, with two wingers on attack and a poacher, all you're doing is tormenting the defense and trying to tear them apart. Yeah, there are no DMs in this thing, the 4-2-3-1 flat, because it's meant to be very attacking. So we played a game just now. We scored 9 goals and conceded 2 or 3. So you're bound to concede a few goals. And then finally, Highlander 5-2-2-1. Now, the 5-2-2-1 is a decent tactic. I think it is one of the safer formations to use on Football Manager. But I find that most people don't seem to understand how to get it to score even more goals. And you want to get it to score more goals, you got to get those central defenders up into the action. So the best way to do it is with liberos. As turning the outer two as liberos is always a safer option than turning the guy in the middle as a libero. So I think that can work. So these are the tactics I like. I don't do ranking. Sorry, Kimpy. I'm not going to rank which is the best. For me, I'm not gonna rank. Yeah. Now, anybody who's followed me on this channel knows which is my favorite. Changes every week. It's like you are asking me, guys, please. So you're asking me which of my kids, whether I like my younger son or my older son. What's wrong with you? These are all my children. No. You want me to go and pick one, is it? How dare you? It's a terrible thing to do. You can't ask me to go and pick one child over the next. That's not fair. That is so not fair. The Gambit is a fun system. It scores a lot of goals. But the one that I enjoyed the most was actually Joey Go Smash. Joey Go Smash is the one I enjoyed the most because it gave me 3 to 4 clear-cut chances a game. However, if you don't know how to pick your players, you're in trouble because the roaming playmaker is the only defender, it demands a very good roaming playmaker. So it's not a tactic that can be used for all teams. But the 4-2-3-1 as well, that was a fantastic system because we used false fullbacks. And then we took that and turned it into the England Joey. Remember England Joey tactic creation? We also has false fullbacks. I went through a phase where I was doing nothing but false fullbacks. Yeah, so there are a few favorite tactics of mine, I guess. But right now, currently, I would say that the tactic that is I'm leaning towards is the Hungary 4-1-3-2 because I am doing the Hungary Build a Nation, and that is where it is. I will say I like Scramjet. Scramjet! We have a Scramjet version for FM24. I think the guys on Discord know where it is. That Scramjet version is not listed here, because it's going to create expectations from people. I don't think it's fair. Yeah, Scramjet was the tactic that broke Football Manager before. He's not going to do it again. No way. And I don't pretend that it's going to do it. It's just a fun tactic. But right now we can't really create that kind of a system in Football Manager. However, guys, today was fun. It was fun. We went and saw some of these tactics. We've done some of these tactics. Yeah, I think Maximovic, you're right. No, you have similar tactics and you don't like back three systems, right? Because back three systems give you issues. Yeah, they give issues. Because three at the back systems, there are only one or two that really work, but most of them don't. Yeah, because you got to think about defensive wingers, and that becomes a problem later. Yeah, I don't think there's any tactic now that can break the game. In the sense when I say break the game, yeah, please don't misunderstand the definition of when we talk about an exploit. I think when I talk about exploits on Football Manager, or as in breaking the game, a lot of people like to use the term very loosely. I noticed because I think maybe because of social media and the fact that people have monetized contents. It used to be maybe back in the day when we didn't have so much social media. When somebody said break the game, it literally meant I gotta be able to do it at any team, at any level, with any kind of player. That's what break the game really meant. It meant that there was a mechanic in the game that you exploited, that would give you an unfair advantage irrespective of the kind of players you had or your variables that you had, right? So if you had like really average players, you still would dominate. However, that doesn't exist anymore because it has been removed from the game. That cannot be done now. Yeah. So you can create a tactic which creates a bit like I showed you. I've got a tactic that makes 4 clear-cut chances, 3 to 4 clear-cut chances a game, but it also gives 1 to the opponent. So if your strikers cannot find the back of the net, I broke the game. But you still need good players to do it, right? You still need those great players. What are the mechanics that right now break the game? Some people say corners are broken because we scored too many goals. I can score 30 to 40 goals with my goalkeeper. It's broken. But then the fact of the matter is, if your set piece taker has got delivery of 17, technique of 17, and your jumping reach of 17, and heading of 17, and strength of 17, and aggression of 17, you should be expecting him to score goals. You want to include a random factor in the game. It doesn't always happen. However, I think that in time, SI will improve this because one of the fundamental issues that we have in the game is the lack of a collision model in the game. Without a collision model, we can never, ever truly have perfect set pieces or good set pieces. Without that, we can't have. Yeah, so we need that collision. And I know that SI want it as much. So it's one of those things they want to have added into the game. I know it's a a big challenge for them because I have asked them about this before. So I know they want in fact, if any of you get a chance to talk to Miles, you should just ask Miles. Don't you want a collision physics, improved physics engine which includes collision detection? He's gonna look at you like, you think I'm stupid? Of course I want one too. They also want one. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming into today's stream. You guys have been sensational. I shall catch you tomorrow. It was nice talking to you. I hope you enjoyed those tactics. We are going to be playing with Destiny in the next couple of days as well. We are playing with Hungary in FM26. And of course, guys, the big announcement I wanted to say, FM26 will see the return of the Gloucester Diaries. Yes, we are returning to the lowest flight of English football, and we are taking the Gloucester City Football Club all the way back to where they belong, at the top of the world. Okay, they belong there. I don't know, man. It happened once before on my saves. I'm trying to get it done again. So you guys stay safe, take care of yourselves. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye, Harry. Bye, Tarin, Kimpi, Chico, Big Billy, all of you wonderful people. Maximovic, I love all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.